Going on, Patriots, my brothers and sisters, we getting down to business, man. She just resigned. She's gonna go crack open a Pepsi. Go and get your Pepsi, ma'am. Go and get you one of those flat Pepsis, no carbonation. It's expired. Go and get you one of those flat hot room temperature Pepsis, and go and crack it open. Yeah, boy, they was putting their foot down yesterday. They were stomping the ground. You know what I'm saying? You are full of... The American people want answers. You know? Let a 20-year-old outsmart everybody. A bunch of people that just DEI hires didn't earn it, not qualified. Not qualified. I'm just being honest now. Hey, our previous video, we turned our hat this way. Somebody in the comments said, Rick, don't turn your hat that way. You're going to look like a thug. Hey, man, y'all are something else, man, I tell you. But I want to tell you that I love y'all, man. Let's go and get into it. I hope everybody is blessed, well, healthy, and that nothing but the best is going on in all you beautiful people's life. You know, people think, man, y'all can see I interact with y'all. I respond to comments, I heart stuff, I pin stuff. You know, we email a lot of you guys back every single day. My DMs, I respond back. It's crazy, man. You know, I know there's a lot of creators y'all be reaching out to, and guess what? They don't respond. But your boy Rick responds. I love y'all, man. Like I tell y'all, I'm no better than anybody, man. I'm no better than nobody. I don't care how big we get on this channel. We're going to spread love to everybody. We're going to have fun. We're going to keep it real. Remember, man, one love to the human race, man. We got to come together, man. And there's just a lot of bull crap that's been happening. A lot of corruption, man. You know, but the truth must come out. It must shine in the light for the good and for the bad, man. You know, it's all been hitting the fan. And what we've seen this year, we're living in the biggest history yet. And these last couple of years have just being honest. We have been fighting, man, fighting. You know, it's been crazy these last couple of years. Terrible. People are struggling. Millions struggling. Have died. Dying right now as we speak. Chasing the American dream. Just seen our president take a bullet for the country. They have wiped this man through the mud. Wiped this man through the mud. We've been through sham trials. You know, they making banana pudding. It's a banana republic. Kangaroos jumping up and down you when you walk outside. The actual president, we don't know who's running the country. Elderly abuse. Well, they said what we were seeing wasn't real until they had to show it live on the world stage on the debate with millions and billions of people watching. Boy, I tell you. Let's go and get into it, man. We got some clips to play. She just Cheatle just resigned, and we're gonna play this, and we're gonna play what Trump had to say. But boy, you know, they was putting their foot down yesterday. If you missed yesterday's videos, you can go check them out that we uploaded yesterday. They were putting their foot down in the hearing. Couldn't even answer any questions. You know, it's ridiculous. Hands behind your back, ma'am. Hands behind your back.
Action to the resignation, and then fill us in. I want to go right away to U.S. Congressman Andy Biggs, member of the House Oversight Committee, who was one of those who questioned Cheatle yesterday. Congressman Biggs, first of all, your reaction to the resignation, and then fill us in on what it was like to try to get answers from her.
Well, Harris, good to be with you, and I will tell you, the difficulty is that she should have resigned almost immediately. I mean, she took it 10 days, and it was because she wanted to actually continue in that position. We couldn't figure out why. The right thing was for her to resign. If she wouldn't do it, and it was for the Biden administration to fire her. Yesterday, she didn't want to answer any of our questions. I can't tell you, I asked a number of questions, things like, was he a lone gunman? Was he acting alone? Was he Was the gun up there already? Did he have to carry a gun? Those types of things that I think American people want to know.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and she wouldn't answer him. She deferred to the FBI.
I have to cut in because we do have that breaking news statement now from President Biden. I'm glad you're with me, Congressman Biggs, so I can get your first reaction. He's just released a statement, and here's the quote. Jill and I are grateful to Director Kim Cheatle for her decades of public service. The independent review to get to the bottom of what happened on July 13th continues, and I look forward to assessing its conclusions. We all know what happened that day can never happen again, end quote. Now, a couple of curiosities I have about that. Why is Jill included? This is not some sort of a condolence letter to someone after a loss, a personal loss. I would estimate she's included because the reason she even had that job as director of the United States Secret Service was because of her friendship with the First Lady. Your take?
Absolutely right. I agree with you that that's why Kim Cheatle became the Secret Service director. I also think, good grief, what do you have to do to be fired from this administration?
We don't know.
The only people that have been fired are, 4 staffers who smoked pot. But you have somebody who almost gets the former president of the United States killed, and does get an individual killed and other people wounded, and you don't get fired. What you get is a letter saying, "Gee, we're sorry to see you go," kind of thing.
You see how everything is adding up? You see how things, you just can't make this up. You just can't make this up, man. I had to play this part of it to show y'all, man. I had to. You can't make this up, man. You can't. And we're going to go to this. You can't make this up. And if you put everything together, all the details we've got, just put everything together, it does not look good. And what I really want to say on camera, I'm not going to say it, but it does not look good, man. It really doesn't. But can we all admit here, man, we have seen Donald J. Trump walk through the mud in his boots. And I mean, the mud is up to his shins. The mud is up to his shins. Boots covered. I mean, it's like he's walking in quicksand. Fighting battle after battle after battle, man. The hatred they've spewed out from the left. Dictator, racist, this and that. Oh, he's a threat to our sweet democracy. Can't tell you what the crime is. The man committed a crime, but can't tell you what it is. Could have been bought 8 years ago. Turning misdemeanors into felons. What? Coming after your political opponent. Can't beat them fair and square. This whole timeline, you put all these details together. Tell me how you feel in the comments.
It's been 9 days since a would-be assassin nearly killed Trump in broad daylight. And the Secret Service director testified today and refused to answer any questions.
At any point Saturday, did the Secret Service have an agent on top of that roof?
Sir, I'm sure, as you can imagine, that we are just 9 days out from this incident, and there's still an ongoing investigation. And so I want to make sure that any information that we are providing to you is factual.
You can't, okay. Why did the Secret Service not, can you answer why the Secret Service didn't place a single agent on the roof?
We are still looking into the advanced process and the decisions that were made.
How can a 20-year-old with his father's AR-15 assault weapon climb onto a roof with a direct 150-yard line of sight to the speaker's podium without the Secret Service or local police stopping him?
So again, sir, I will say we are 9 days out from this event, and I would like to know those answers as well.
When this guy took the shots, he climbed a ladder to get on the roof, correct?
I'm unable to answer details of exactly how the individual accessed the roof at this time.
What? Cheatle hasn't even visited the rally site in Butler yet. You know what she has been doing? She's been hanging out in Aspen. Yeah. Cheatle didn't even call the Trump Secret Service agents until 3 days after the shooting. She doesn't even seem interested at all in what happened. And her answers are fishy.
Have you used any encrypted app to communicate from your personal device?
I do, on occasion, use encrypted apps to communicate.
How many spent shell casings were found on the roof?
Again, I would have to defer you to the FBI's criminal investigation.
Was Mr. Crooks acting alone?
Again, I would have to refer you to the FBI's.
I mean, the Secret Service, the FBI, the DOJ. Pathetic, man. Our country is an embarrassment. We are a laughingstock. Complete embarrassment. Pathetic. They should be ashamed of themselves, man. Bunch of DEI hires, a bunch of people that just don't qualify. Didn't earn it. You didn't know what DEI means. Didn't earn it. Didn't earn it.
Investigation.
Does the Secret Service routinely record communications between and amongst detail?
Depending on the detail, radio communications are recorded.
Does the Secret Service have recorded communications from the July 13th event?
We do not have radio communications from that day.
Do you have a timeline at all from any of the day?
I have a timeline that does not have specifics.
That's shocking. That is absolutely
They're laughing at
unacceptable.
her.
What's a timeline without specifics? How did they happen to not record the radio communications? And did I just hear the Secret Service director refuse to rule out if the assassin had help? With all the lies they've told us about Trump, should we assume they're lying about this too? Show us what you have. Prove you're not lying. By the way, this is the Oversight Committee. It's the committee where everybody hates each other. But they all agreed that Cheatle should go. And it got pretty heated.
Has the Secret Service provided this committee a complete list of all law enforcement personnel that were there that day? Have you done that? Have you provided a list to the Oversight Committee? Yes or no?
I will have to get back to you on that.
That is a no. Have you provided all audio and video recordings in your possession to this committee, as we asked on July 15th? Yes or no?
I would have to get back to you.
That is a no. You're full of today. You're just being completely dishonest.
Whistleblowers have just come forward to say a Secret Service agent was assigned to that rooftop where Crooks fired from, but didn't go up there and went somewhere else instead. I asked President Trump and J.D. Vance for their thoughts on how the Secret Service has handled this. Watch. You spoke to Cheatle. How'd that go?
She came to see me, actually. And, well, I mean, it went very nicely. She was very nice, I thought. But, you know, somebody should have made sure there was nobody on that roof. That roof was a dead aim right onto the stage. And they said they didn't have the manpower for it, which is crazy. 130 yards.
They didn't have the manpower for it. Y'all hear what Trump is saying. This is like the icing on the cake part of the video.
It's like sinking a 1-foot putt. It's considered really close.
Absolutely right.
I'll go back. Watch what Trump says, man.
Which is crazy. 130 yards is like sinking a 1-foot putt. It's considered really close.
Absolutely right.
It sounds like a lot, but it's really, from that standpoint, it's it's very close. And I was surprised by that, actually. They said it's a bad shot would usually hit the target.
A bad shot would usually hit the target. And I thank God that fella was up there drunk. You know, you missed. Sorry, y'all. Getting emotional. But you missed. You missed. Daddy didn't take you to the range. God is amazing and he works in mysterious ways. Amen. Thank God President Trump is still here with us today, man. We were this close, man. This close on July 13th, 2024, man. And now there's somebody out there that is missing their loved one, that's missing their father. Rest in peace to Corey, man. There are also 2 more other lives that were almost lost. Other people, tons of other people that are affected by this. I want to send my love and prayers as well. We were this close, man. And this lady had 9 days, almost 10 days, and couldn't answer one question.
And so, I mean, it's got to be, somebody's got to be there. And it's essentially a flat roof. I mean, I noticed that she said, well, this is a slope roof. Well, you think of like a barn where you have this thing had just a little upswing in it, a few degrees. This was it essentially was a flat roof. So I don't know, somebody gave her false information when she talked about the slope of the roof. I thought she was very nice, but you know, you have to answer why couldn't I have stayed off the stage for 5 minutes while they do their work? Why couldn't, you know, how does a situation happen where a roof that's plainly in sight from the location where I was speaking, why would somebody not have seen that?
You were briefed, your office was briefed by Cheatle. Are you satisfied with this situation?
No.
And do you feel safe with Cheatle running the Secret Service?
Look, I think clearly she needs to be more forthcoming. She needs to actually sit before people, answer all their questions, and let people know what happened. When you try to hide information and hide from question asking, that's, I think, what leads people to believe that there's something to be hidden from.
Click here.
Boy, all we can do is show it to you. You know? But everybody, as you can see in the comments on almost every last video on this platform, is we're all together. We all are like-minded, you know. And this thing is just totally corrupt, man. Failures. DEI hires didn't earn it. Didn't earn it. Not qualified. You know. A lot of people need to be held accountable. Held accountable, man. Now there's somebody missing their father. Missing their loved one. 150 yards. All right, man. I was going to end it out of here before my blood pressure get high. I love y'all. I'm wishing the best in all you guys' life. Hey, man, we're living in some crazy dark times, man. Biggest history yet. And pretty soon, before you know it, November will be here. So we got to continue to fight, man. We got to continue to speak out. Can't stop now. We can't get complacent, man. We're going to be bringing you the best updates, the best news. So make sure you join the family. Hit that subscribe button, baby. I love y'all. And I'll catch y'all on the next one. Peace and love, family.